Hello, it's me. Happy Friday, and welcome back to my office. Yes, it is Friday night, and I am stuck here in my office. And as such, I thought I would do something a little bit different. Here I am on a Friday night, representing, of course. And I thought to myself, my debut novella is coming out shortly through Olympia Publishing. However, because they only accept stories of a certain length, I have some short stories. And I don't really have a lot of things to do with them. So what I thought I would do in a new feature is read them to you and give you a little context about why it was written, how I got the idea for the stories. So, excuse me. The first story I'm going to read to you is called No Way Home. And this was one of the first short stories that I wrote. It was written a long time ago. Probably about 6-7 years ago now. And I remember so clearly. I was walking down a flight of stairs and it came to me. It was around the festive period. And in a lot of ways, this story reminds me a lot of the old Desiderata tale. If you're religious, you probably know what that is. If not, it's a story about faith and belief. So, I thought that I would read this to you, and the version I'm going to read to you is the unedited version as I wrote it. Okay. So, without further anything, let's get into this. At the end of this, I will be doing a live video on my socials, so yeah, come chat to me and ask me about it. Okay, here we go. No Way Home. The sun had set. The overbearing heat and the blinding light had dissipated. The night brought comfort to Peyton's eyes. The day had been unbearable. But upon waking, upon standing, Peyton found himself asking one question. How long had I been here? The desert seemed never-ending, the blue aura now cascading down around the sand dunes. Though beautiful, would translate into a cold night. Peyton knew this. To and fro went his memories, trying to hold on to something, anything, to help explain how, why, and how long he had been here. Peyton looked around, his vision now becoming darker, feeling cold, how the sand beneath his feet, now like an icebox. Fear began to stir inside Peyton. He found his voice and yelled, "Hey, help! Please! Someone! Am I alone?" But the wind refused to answer. Instead, it carried on flowing above and over the dunes, as if some quiet assassin stalking its prey. Peyton called out again, but again it did not answer. So he walked onwards toward the now blacked out mountains of the desert. Now feeling alone and forlorn, Peyton felt just like giving up. "Why me?" he asked. "Why such a sad and sullen end for me?" Then, just as Peyton rounded an outcrop, he heard, no, could it be? But no, of course not. But it was music. Not just any music. Loud, charming, beautiful music. But why? But how? He thought to himself. This must be heaven, for I have died. The food so beautiful, the wine so tasty. Looking at this spread, Peyton began to cry. He reached out to take a bite. Then he heard a voice echo from the other side of the feast. "Stop that! Get away!" In shock, Peyton dropped the food and turned around. "That is not for you," the figure yelled. "But please, the food looks so good." "Who are you, sir?" the voice commanded. "Peyton is my name." "I see. Why are you here?" "I do not know," replied Peyton. "I see," the man said. "Then what did you do before you arrived here?" Again, Peyton answered with, "I don't know." "Well then," said the man, sitting down and picking up some food. "If you know not of why you are here, and less of what you did to be stranded here, how then do you know you deserve to eat?" Puzzled, Peyton could think of no reason except that he was human. "You think that entitles you to food?" "Yes," Peyton said, now crying. "Answer me this. Are you a decent, caring man?" "I like to think so." "Let's play a game. I will ask of you 3 questions. You will give me 3 answers. If I am satisfied, you eat." Okay," said a confused Peyton. "Number 1. Who deserves to eat more? A man who steals food for his family, or a woman who works 2 jobs and has a 6-bedroom house?" Peyton thinks, then answers with, "The man who steals the food, he is hungry. And the woman has a big house, she can afford food. So the man should eat." "Wrong," the man answers. "Number 2. Who deserves help more? The man with marks on his arm, or the woman going into labor for her 4th child?" Again puzzled, Peyton thinks, the man with the marks is a junkie. He is a druggie. He did it to himself. The woman is a mother. She's given birth. She needs the help more. Again, the man looked at him and answered, "No." Peyton, now hungry and angry, looked at the man. Number 3. Who should benefit from the lottery more? A syndicate in an office block, or a single person with no job and state's funding? By this time, Peyton had become agitated. He looked at the man eating a big joint of meat, and as he felt his anger grow, he heard the music again become louder, and he felt calm and at peace, and looked at the man and offered new answers. 1. They both should eat. The man is hungry, so he steals food. He deserves to eat. And the woman has a big house. They must work 2 jobs to pay for it. She needs the help too. The man throws Peyton a bit of meat. He eats it. 2. The man with marks on his arm made some mistakes. Once, he should be helped to recover. And the woman deserves help to bring her child into the world. The man smiles and hands Peyton another bit of meat and a drink of wine. And 3. The syndicate should get the money since many people benefit from it, and the man on benefits also has a right to the money, since I do not know of his troubles or to why he happened to arrive at his situation. The man, now smiling, pushes out a chair. Join me, my son, he said. Tell me why, asked Peyton. Why the questions? In times of heartache and trouble, it is easy to judge others as the cause of our demise. It is easy to look onto others we think below us and cast our own negative thoughts and opinions onto them. We go about in this world thinking our own problems are bigger than they are. We lose our humanity. I remember now, said Peyton, why I'm here. I was such a fool. My friend needed to talk, but I thought she was. Oh, Mary, I should have listened. Forgive me. Looking around, Peyton noticed the man had gone. The food, the wine, the table had vanished. Then he noticed the dunes, the mountains. Peyton had not moved at all. Turning around, he saw a message written in the sand. It said, my son, to be a man is to care, though to be a great man is to care for all those that need help. Never stop being human. The sand now began to swirl around Peyton, faster and faster. He closed his eyes, and in that moment he heard a voice say, Peyton! Hey, Peyton! Are you listening? He opened his eyes to see his friend Mary standing in front of him. So, yes or no? She asked Peyton. Oh, the dress! Go for the blue one, he answered. Mary's face brightened up. Thank you. You're a great friend. Turning to see a face in the fountain smiling. Thank you, said Peyton. Thank me not, said the man, for you are a human and a great man. We all feel overwhelmed at times. When you feel low, think of these words. Don't try to be the best, or the richest, or the strongest. Just try to be the best you can. Be the best you can be, and that, my boy, will be enough. With that, Peyton paid for Mary's dress, and they left the shop together. The moral of this story is, we all feel overwhelmed and indeed underwhelmed. Though remember to never shun anyone just off because of the way they look. Help can come from anyone and anywhere. Just because something seems small to you does not mean it is small to your friends. Their problems matter too. So there you have it. That's, yeah, No Way Home. Short story. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I have other stories, short stories, which I will be reading. To be going out on my socials, and also any others. Anywhere else that I can, how else that I can release them. So if you enjoyed this, please, and you stayed all the way to the end, thank you very much. Please let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and you know what it meant to you, how it made you feel, and if you enjoyed it or not. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.